Hello everyone! I was gonna make a really nice fancy video on Piazza San Marco because I'm in Venice, but there was a snowstorm, so and it was way too much wind. So it is in my hotel room. I am in Venice, so I'm sending you some sunny inside wishes, but the positive is I have Prosecco, so cheers. I'm going to read you a quote from a book I'm reading I really like. It's called Anger, Wisdom for Cooling the Flames, and it's written by a Vietnamese monk, which is a real master, Buddhist master, and he's Thich Nhat Hanh, which I probably am not pronouncing right, but I'm sure you'll find it. The text is called We Are What We Eat. Our anger, our frustration, our despair have much to do with our body and the food we eat. We must work out a strategy of eating, of consuming to protect ourselves from anger and violence. Eating is an aspect of civilization. The way we grow our food, the kind of food we eat, and the way we eat has much to do with civilization because the choices we make can bring about peace and relieve suffering. The food that we eat can play a very important role in our anger. Our food may contain anger. When we eat the flesh of an animal with mad cow disease, anger is there in the meat. But we must also look at the other kinds of food that we eat. When we eat an egg or a chicken, we know that the egg or chicken can also contain a lot of anger. We are eating anger and therefore we express anger. Nowadays, chicken are raised in large-scale modern farms, where they cannot walk, run, or seek food in the soil. They are fed solely by humans. They are kept in small cages and cannot move at all. Day and night, they have to stand. Imagine that you have no right to walk or run. Imagine that you have to stay day and night in just one place. You would become mad, so the chicken become mad. In order for the chickens to produce more eggs, the farmers create artificial days and nights. They use indoor lighting to create a shorter day and a shorter night, so that the chickens believe that 24 hours have passed, and then they produce more eggs. There is a lot of anger, a lot of frustration, and much suffering in the chickens. They express their anger and frustration by attacking the chickens next to them. They use their beaks to peck and wound each other. They cause each other to bleed, to suffer, and to die. That is why farmers now cut the beaks off the chicken to prevent them from attacking each other out of frustration. So when you eat the flesh or egg of such a chicken, you are eating anger and frustration. So be aware, be careful what you eat. If you eat anger, you will become and express anger. If you eat despair, you will express despair. If you eat frustration, you will express frustration. We have to eat happy eggs from happy chickens. We have to drink milk that does not come from angry cows. We should drink organic milk that comes from cows that are raised naturally. We have to make an effort to support farmers to raise their animals in a more humane way. We also have to buy vegetables that are grown organically. It is more expensive, but to compensate, we can eat less. We can learn to eat less. There you go. So it's text I really like. Well, I don't know about the anger part and eating the anger of the chicken, which can be, but for me it's really important at the moment because there are animals that are being produced in dreadful ways and we just go for the cheapest, but we sometimes forget where it comes from. And I think it's important not to push this kind of production, overproduction. I mean, imagine that you cannot walk or run. And that if you start fighting with your neighbor, they cut out your tongue. I mean, this is not humane. And by eating these eggs and by buying this kind of meat or milk, actually we support this kind of behavior, even if it's not written and that we don't know, but actually we do know. We just want to pretend we don't. So yeah, it's something to think about. And definitely read this book because it's amazing. Happy reading!